Hello there and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And welcome to part 2 of our Building Character unit for this month. We are all learning about how to be humble.
In yesterday's article about being humble, we learned that being too proud or thinking you are always right and trying to win all the time can be really bad habits to get into.
Right. You may be proud of what you can do, but don't make the mistake of thinking that you are always the best. You are always number one. We all make mistakes, so it's good to listen to other people because who knows? We might be wrong about something. It happens.
And trying to always win while having others lose is not a very good strategy in the long run. You might get ahead today, but you'll find more trouble waiting for you tomorrow and long after that.
There you go. So keep your feet on the ground and always respect others while keeping an open mind about things. You never know, you might learn something. And we will be learning how to put this idea of being humble into practice in our day-to-day lives. So it's sure to be an interesting article today. But before we do that, let's check out all of the new vocabulary and then we will be able to start reading.
今天的文章要带大家继续看谦虚的人的特征。先来看几个单字。第一个 apologize 道歉是个动词。I want to apologize for hurting your feelings. I want to apologize for hurting your feelings. 我想要向你道歉，因为我伤了你的感情。第二个单字 perfect 完美的是个形容词。Life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. 人生不一定需要完美才是美丽的。第三个单字 accept 接受是个动词。If you can accept yourself, you will be able to accept others more easily. If you can accept yourself, you will be able to accept others more easily. 如果你能够接纳、接受你自己的话，也更容易接纳别人。最后一个单字 helpful 帮得上忙的、乐于助人的是一个形容词。Alice is very helpful and offers advice to others. Alice is very helpful and offers advice to others. Alice 非常乐于助人，常提供建议给别人。好了，我们现在看完单字例句，一起回到课文中。
Humble people know what they're able and not able to do. They also know others may be better than them. That's fine with them, though. Humble people know mistakes do happen. When they make the mistake, they will admit it and apologize. They won't try to cover it up. They're not perfect. Nobody is. Because of that, they accept people for who they are.
Explanation 1.
So, yesterday's article was all about some of the dangers of not being humble. Let's start reading today's article now so that we can now get some good tips on how to be more humble in how we deal with other people. The first sentence in today's article reads, humble people know what they're able and not able to do. In other words, they know their strengths, but they also know their limits.
And not only do they know that about themselves, they also recognize that in other people too. It says in the next sentence, they also know others may be better than them. Yes, there are lots and lots of talented and amazing people out there. You may be good or even great, but you should never believe yourself to be the absolute best. 谦虚的人知道自己的优缺点。Strength 是优点、长处 ，limit 就是限制、上限 ，recognize 就是认识或是识别的意思。
For humble people, accepting that they aren't the best all the time isn't a problem. They just know it's the truth. As it says, that's fine with them though. And this is another good point. Humble people are comfortable with themselves. That's why they don't always feel the need to prove themselves all of the time. They can be gracious when they win, but they can also be gracious when they lose. Because life is like that. It's never always one or the other. All right, let's pause here so that the ever humble and gracious Daphne can tell us more about today's first grammar point.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 That's fine with somebody， 意思是某人不介意。代名词 that 代指前文提过的事情，形容词 fine 在这里是可以接受的，后方用介系词 with 引出可以接受的对象。例如 Cold weather bothers me, but that's fine with Elsa。我很怕冷天气，但艾莎不介意。
Welcome back. We are reading some great tips about how to be humble and happy in our lives. We just learned that humble people are confident of themselves, but they also realize that others can be better. This doesn't bother the humble person, though. They realize that life isn't always about winning or losing, and it's okay to be second or third best at something. The humble person doesn't let that bother him or her.
And here's another good way of thinking that we can learn from humble people. The next sentence in the article tells us humble people know mistakes do happen. Sure, humans make mistakes. It's one of the things that we are best at.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that a famous expression? To err is human, or to err is human. To make mistakes is to be human. That's what we do. It's just a part of life. And if you don't believe me, watch one of the million YouTube videos out there of people falling off ladders, falling into swimming pools, or walking into doors. These are just a few of the most entertaining examples of people making mistakes. Well, let's avoid a big mistake of our own right now and go over to Daphne for the second grammar point of the day.
第二则文法是 do 加原形动词，意思是确实做某事。助动词 do、does、did 在这里用来加强语气，意思是确实、当真。使用时后方接原形动词，例如 Zachary does read a lot。柴克瑞真的读很多书。
Okay, so humans make mistakes. It's just a part of life, and it's not a big deal.
Or it shouldn't be a big deal unless you are too proud of yourself. The humble person, however, has a much more realistic and healthy way of looking at the mistakes that we all make sometimes. In the next sentence, the article talks about humble people. It says, when they make the mistake, they will admit it and apologize. They won't try to cover it up. 在这边加个补充单词 admit 承认，另一个补充单词是 cover up 遮掩过错。承认变道歉真是一种美德。Okay, so let's go over to Daphne right now for one last grammar point.
第三则文法是 make a mistake。意思是犯错 ，make 在这里是及物动词做的意思，三态是 make、made、made。mistake 是名词，错误、过失的意思，合在一起 make a mistake 就是犯错。例如 Martha made a mistake, so she apologized for it。玛莎犯了错，因此道歉。
So, humble people will have a healthy attitude about mistakes. They're a part of life. We all make them. If you do make a mistake, apologize, fix the problem, and then just get on with your own life. As long as you are honest with yourself and with others, it shouldn't be a really big deal. So, humble people realize something. We learn more in the next few sentences, and they say, they're not perfect. Nobody is. Or we're not perfect. Nobody is. Both are true. And people who pretend to be perfect just kind of end up looking silly.
So humble people accept that they will make mistakes, and the same goes for others too. As we reach the break, we read, because of that, they accept people for who they are. and they also accept themselves.
Yeah, and isn't this a much healthier and happier way of dealing with the people in our lives? All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll be back with the second part of the article.
Humble people appreciate what they have. They appreciate other people's talents and skills too. They're helpful and can accept new ideas. They know it's good to be humble.
Explanation 2.
So humble people have a few good habits that we can all try to learn from and remember in our lives and in our dealings with other people. The main one seems to be that humble people accept that we are all human. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses and we all will make mistakes. Being okay with this will make us feel better about ourselves and also about the people around us.
Yes, and here's another positive thing that we can learn from humble people. The next sentence tells us, humble people appreciate what they have. They know that many people don't have the same opportunities or skills that they have. They feel lucky to be able to have a good life.
Yeah, and they appreciate other people as well. We read they appreciate other people's talents and skills too. Sure, we can all learn something new. And by the way, that old expression, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, is simply not true for dogs or for humans. We can always learn something new. So it's a good habit through your whole life to keep an open mind.
And that idea is mentioned in the next sentence. It says, they're helpful and can accept new ideas.
And we wrap up with, they know it's good to be humble. Well, it sure sounds like it will make your life and the lives of those around you much more peaceful and happy. And isn't that the basic way of living a good life? So, thanks for joining us. Appreciate everyone around you. Stay humble. And please come back to join us again for more fun and fascinating articles. But until then, take care and
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Being humble.
Humble people know what they're able and not able to do. They also know others may be better than them. That's fine with them, though. Humble people know mistakes do happen. When they make the mistake, they will admit it and apologize. They won't try to cover it up. They're not perfect. Nobody is. Because of that, they accept people for who they are. Humble people appreciate what they have. They appreciate other people's talents and skills too. They're helpful and can accept new ideas. They know it's good to be humble.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to
English in
Action.
What's up, Holly?
I am Shane. Hey, Holly, when we're done, can I borrow some money?
I never loan money to people, especially people like you.
Could you bend the rules this time?
No.
Please? Fine, forget. Can I borrow some money from you? No?
Whatever. Anyway, 今天的主题就是能不能通融一下，给我一个小，就是 give me a pass 这样子。OK， 好，我们先来看一下我们的对话哦。
Okay.
Sir, you just ran a red light. Can I have your driver's license, please?
Please, ma'am, I'm taking my son to the hospital. Could you bend the rules this time? Okay, so in the dialogue, I need to get my son to the hospital. So I need you to bend the rules for me. Yeah.
所以为什么是要用 bend the rules?
So bend, 这是个 rule, it's very straight, right? The rule is the rule. But can you bend the rule? 对啊，就是这一次就是。
哎，那我用 Shane 的手来示范一下哦。来， 这个呢是规则 rules， 就是规则，它是直直的线。那 bend the rules 呢，可不可以通融一下，让我凹一点？OK， 再一次哦。
好壮哦。
哦，各位，再一次哦 ，bend the rules。那还有什么方法可以说
Could you let me off the hook？
OK，off the hook，hook 其实就是一个钩子，
就是感觉就是在钓鱼，然后那个鱼就是在那个
吊在那个钩头上面嘛。
You let it off the hook， 就
就放它一马，放它走这样
子。
OK。
Could you cut me some slack？
Cut me some slack。
Right。
就是
So slack is like this is very like this, right? Slack means you have more， 就是没那么的
紧绷，
就是有点弹性。
弹性不是弹性，OK， so slack 其实就是没有那么硬嘛，就是有一点自由的空间，对不对？OK， 所以就是再给我一点就是弹性 ，OK，All right， 所以呢，我们要再复习一下这一些句子哦。Could you bend the rules?
Could you bend the rules?
Could you let me off the hook?
Could you let me off the hook?
Could you cut me some slack?
Could you cut me some slack? So next time you don't know how to say it in English,
靠我们就对了。Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，还会造4个例句。同学们准备好没？1分钟计时开始。第一个单词呢是道歉。道歉除了说 I'm sorry， 那道歉这个动作怎么说呢？叫做 apologize。apologize， 然后你把 ize 去掉，变成 y 就会变名词 apology。apology 就是道歉。OK，Michael apologized to his girlfriend for hurting her feelings。Michael 因为伤害女朋友的感受而向她道歉。第二单词呢是形容完美的，完美怎么说 ？Perfect。Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes from time to time. 没有人是完美的，我们所有的人偶尔都会犯错。We all make mistakes from time to time. 第三个单字叫做接受，接受怎么说呢？这个动词叫做 accept. Did Ian accept the job offer? Ian 有接受那个工作机会吗？好，第四个单字呢，它是形容词，形容乐于助人的，帮得上忙的。这字呢就是在帮忙 help 后面加上 ful 变成 helpful， 乐于助人的。The hotel staff were very friendly and helpful. 饭店工作人员非常友善，也乐于帮忙。好，太好啦！我们在1分钟之内已经完成任务，顺利复习完4个单字喽。同学们表现很棒，那记得要多多复习哦。下次见，拜拜。